The power of silence. Imagine a world where your silence speaks louder than words, where your calm overpowers the chaos around you. Today we're diving deep into the art of silence, a concept so powerful yet so underrated in our noisy, hectic world. Think about the last time you felt overwhelmed by gossip, insulted without cause, or unjustly criticized. Frustrating, wasn't it? Now imagine handling those moments with serene composure, emerging not just unscathed, but stronger, more dignified, and at peace. This isn't just about staying quiet. It's about harnessing the power of silence as a strategic response, a tool for personal growth, and a path to inner peace. Stoicism teaches us that sometimes the most impactful statement we can make is to simply not react, to let our silence do the talking. It's about being so firmly rooted in your values and self-worth that the storms of life can't shake you. If you're tired of the endless cycle of reacting, retaliating, and regretting, stay with me. Today, we'll explore how to turn your silence into your strength, how to stand stoically amidst life's tumults, and how sometimes saying nothing at all can say everything. Gossip, starving it of its essence. Imagine someone spreads a rumor about you, and it's flying from person to person like wildfire. Your name is being whispered in hallways, typed in chats, and you're standing there, right in the eye of the storm, feeling the urge to jump in and correct every misheard word, every exaggerated story. But wait, Stoicism teaches us to step back. Why? Because when we engage with gossip, we give it more energy, more life. Instead, think about the power of silence. By not adding your voice to the cacophony, you're starving the gossip of its very essence. Attention. I'm not saying this is easy. It's tough to hear falsehoods and not fight back. But consider this. Your peace of mind, your inner tranquility, is worth infinitely more than the fleeting satisfaction of correcting a rumor. Stoicism doesn't ask us to be passive, but to be strategic. In silence, there's strength. In non-reaction, there's power. The people who matter, the ones who truly know you, won't be swayed by idle talk. And those who believe the gossip, well, they're not your concern. Focus on your actions, your character, your integrity. These are what truly define you, not the whispers of naysayers. So, the next time you're tempted to tackle gossip head-on, take a moment. Breathe. Remind yourself of your stoic armor. Embrace the silence and watch the power it gives you. In that silence, you're not just avoiding negativity, you're rising above it. You're choosing a path of dignity, self-respect, and ultimately, peace. Handling insults with Stoic wisdom. We've all faced those sharp words that seem to cut a little too deep, that sting that lingers a bit too long. Whether in person, online, or even subtly disguised as a joke, insults can shake even the sturdiest of us. When someone insults you, they're often revealing more about their character than yours. Their words are a reflection of their own struggles, insecurities, or even just a momentary lapse in judgment. Stoicism teaches us to see this clearly, to separate ourselves from the venom of their words, and to find a place of such profound inner strength that those words lose their power. But how? First, by recognizing that the only opinion truly capable of defining you is your own. You are the captain of your soul, the master of your fate. When insults come your way, you have a choice. You can engage, retaliate, and let those words seep into your core, or you can rise above, secure in the knowledge of who you are and the values you uphold. This isn't about ignoring or suppressing your feelings. It's about acknowledging them, understanding why the insult hurts, and then choosing not to grant it the power to disrupt your peace. It's about responding, not reacting. Maybe that response is silence, a simple, powerful silence that says, "Your words do not define me." Stoicism doesn't mean you don't seek support or speak out against abuse. It means you control what you can, your response, your emotions, your dignity. You can't control what others say, but you can control whether you accept or reject their words internally. By navigating the storm of insults with Stoic wisdom, you're not just protecting yourself, you're elevating yourself. You're living a life that's not buffeted by the whims of others' opinions, but anchored in a deep, unwavering sense of self-respect and inner tranquility. Managing anger, the Stoic way. Feeling angry is not the problem. It's a natural response to perceived wrongs or injustice. The real challenge, and where Stoicism steps in, is managing how we respond to that anger. Imagine anger as a blazing fire. Left unchecked, it can consume everything in its path. But if we approach it with the calm, composed mindset of a Stoic, we can contain the fire and use it to illuminate rather than destroy. So how do we do this? It starts with a pause. This might seem trivial, but it's incredibly powerful. In that moment of pause, you create space between the trigger and your response. You give yourself the chance to choose how to react, rather than being swept away by the tidal wave of anger. In that space, ask yourself, why am I angry? Stoicism teaches us to look beneath the surface. Often, our anger stems from a sense of hurt, threat, or injustice. By understanding its root, we can address the underlying issue more effectively than if we just lash out. Stoicism invites us to question the validity of our anger. Is our perception accurate? Have we interpreted the situation correctly? By challenging our assumptions, we might find that our anger is based on a misunderstanding or a skewed perspective. What if the anger is justified? Stoicism doesn't say we should suppress it. Instead, it offers the concept of constructive anger. Yes, there's such a thing. It's anger that's controlled, directed, and used for positive change. Think of it as a tool, not a weapon. It can motivate us to address injustices, stand up for ourselves, or make important changes in our lives. Yet, even justified anger should not control us. Seneca likened anger to temporary madness. So while we can acknowledge our anger and use it constructively, we must not let it cloud our judgment or dictate our actions. In practicing these Stoic principles, we don't become emotionless. We become masters of our emotions. We learn to respond to anger with reason, wisdom, and integrity. In doing so, we not only avoid causing harm to ourselves and others, but also cultivate inner peace and resilience. Facing unjust criticism. When you face unjust criticism, Stoicism encourages you to pause and take a deep breath. This isn't about suppression. It's about giving yourself a moment to process your emotions calmly and avoid reacting impulsively. Let's face it, our gut reaction might be to retaliate or defend ourselves vehemently. However, Stoicism teaches us that there's immense power in choosing our response thoughtfully. Imagine someone has just criticized you unfairly. Your initial reaction might be to dispute it, to set the record straight. But here's a Stoic twist. Ask yourself, does this criticism, true or not, define who I am? Remember, your value and self-worth are not contingent upon others' opinions or judgments. Stoicism imparts the wisdom that our core identity and integrity remain intact regardless of external appraisal. Next, consider the source of the criticism. Stoicism prompts us to reflect on the critic's intentions and perspectives. Often, unjust criticism is more about the critic's perceptions, insecurities, or their own internal struggles than it is about you. By understanding this, you can see the criticism for what it truly is, a reflection of the critic, not you. However, Stoicism doesn't mean passivity. If there's a kernel of truth in the criticism, even if it's delivered unfairly, use it as an opportunity for growth. Analyze it objectively. Is there something valuable you can learn? Something you can improve? Stoicism encourages us to use every experience, even the unpleasant ones, as fodder for personal development. Let's talk about maintaining your tranquility. Stoicism teaches that your peace of mind is paramount and should not be easily disturbed by external events, including criticism. By detaching your emotional well-being from others' opinions, you shield your inner peace from the fluctuating tides of praise and blame. Navigating loss with Stoic resilience. Loss is an inevitable part of our human experience. Whether it's losing a loved one, a relationship, a job, or even an aspect of our identity, it's raw, it's real, and it can be deeply painful. But here, in the midst of our grief and sorrow, Stoicism offers a beacon of hope and resilience. Stoicism acknowledges the pain of loss. It doesn't ask us to suppress our grief or pretend it doesn't hurt. Instead, it offers us a framework to process our loss more healthily and constructively. It reminds us that while we can't control what we lose, we can control how we respond to that loss. Imagine you've just experienced a significant loss. The world feels like it's crumbling under your feet. Here, Stoicism invites you to pause and breathe. Inhale deeply and give yourself permission to feel your emotions, to mourn. As you do, remember your emotions are natural responses, not commands. You can feel sad, angry, or confused without letting these feelings dictate your actions or define your future. Here's a profoundly Stoic way to view loss as an opportunity for growth. Every loss, no matter how devastating, brings with it the seeds of new beginnings, new strengths, and new wisdom. Ask yourself, what can this loss teach me? How can it help me grow? This isn't about finding immediate answers, but about opening yourself to the possibility of transformation through your pain. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of perspective. It encourages us to see our losses within the broader tapestry of life. While a loss may feel overwhelming now, it's a single thread in the rich, complex fabric of our existence. By zooming out and seeing the bigger picture, we can find a sense of balance and perspective that helps us navigate our grief. Lastly, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control: our actions, our responses, and our mindset. While we may not control the fact of our loss, we have immense power over how we choose to move forward. By embracing a Stoic mindset, we can find strength in our resilience, hope in our future, and peace in our present, even amidst the pain of loss.